Go.
Welcome to episode 86 of season 10 of Eagle News for Tuesday, February 21st for 2017.
Here's today's positive quote. If you cannot change the direction of the wind, adjust your sails.
My fellow Americans, I come to you on this President's Day as your president, Donald J. Trump, to tell you about my favorite newscast. I watch it every day. It's called Eagle News. It's great. And now, without further ado, let's start the broadcast. My name is Aiden.
And my name is Kate.
So, Kate, how was your morning?
My morning was alright, but my 4-day weekend was better.
Huh.
So what'd you do on your 4-day weekend?
Well, I was a little under the weather, but still, you can't beat a 4-day weekend. It was awesome.
Yeah. Now let's go to Gracie and Mackenzie for the first video of the day.
Hey, do you have Mr. Heline?
No, but I heard he's a great math teacher.
Well, let's learn more about Mr. Heline in this fantastic interview.
Roll it.
Oh, that did look good.
Hi, and welcome to an interview with Mr. Heline.
How long have you been working here?
This is my 5th year working at Hyatt's. It's my 10th year in the district, and it's my 13th year overall.
What do you teach and what's your favorite unit?
I teach 7th grade Common Core, and I also teach algebra. I'd say altogether my favorite unit is really a combination of 7th grade, 8th grade, and algebra. It's just solving equations, because that's one that's going to stick with you all the way through high school, all the way through college. It really gives you a good foundation for what you're doing. So it's really good practice, and it really shows what people can do.
Who's your best teacher friend?
I feel like that's kind of a loaded question because my wife is a teacher in the district as well, so I feel like I have to say her. But if it's somebody in the building, I'll go with Mr. Rose. Mr. Rose, I don't think you guys have ever seen this before, but he smiles occasionally. He laughs sometimes. He's really the only person that hangs out with me, so I don't know if like he's my best teacher friend or if he's my only friend. I don't know, but I guess Mr. Rose.
What's your favorite memory from teaching here?
I don't know if it counts from teaching here or not, but having students that I've had in 7th or 8th grade that ask me to give them their diploma when they graduate, that's like that lasting memory. It kind of sticks with you. That's got to be my biggest memory.
Can you give us a tour of your room?
All right, this up here, this would be my shrine to my 3 little girls. I've got Josie, it's my middle girl. She turns 3 this week. This is Brinley, she's my 5-year-old. This is my little baby Zadie. She's gonna be 1 here in April. She's actually a perfect square, 4'4", ball hoop. I've always got random people that just show up in my room. They do problems all the time. We've got all like our little wall of fame back in the back. It's got all the old teams that I've coached or our old DC trips, old staff that I've taught with. Over here by this disaster, these are my little tiki guys that you see the whole way kind of scattered around here. In college, I played baseball, and every time we went down south to a different state, I'd go into a different store and I'd pick up these random little tiki guys. And they've kind of traveled with me everywhere I've taught and just kind of hang out in the classroom. So those, and then I'd end with these guys. These are my Barbie Bungee trophies for our champions for our Barbie Bungee unit. So our painted gold Barbies, and that would be my crib. That's it.
Wow, that interview was so great. Thank you, Mr. Heline, for letting us interview you.
Yeah, by the way, Mr. Meta loves his haircut.
All right, and now let's go back to Gracie and Mackenzie for today's lunch report.
Today's lunch options are
Pasta of the day,
breaded chicken sandwich,
Domino's pizza,
and fruits, veggies, juices, and your choice of milk.
and back to the newsroom.
Lunch is great to make it through the day.
So what do you think you're having for lunch today?
I'm not sure. I usually just go and see what's out there and pick my favorite.
Yep. Now let's go back to Gracie McKenzie for a video report.
Oh my gosh. I just found out that a group here at Eagle News made a movie review all about my favorite movie. Starstruck.
Yay, I love Starstruck.
Roll it.
Hey Eagles, today we're going to talk about the Disney Channel original movie, Starstruck. This movie was directed by Michael Grossman. This movie stars Sterling Knight as Christopher Wilde and Danielle Campbell as Jessica Olsen. In this movie, Jessica Olsen takes a normal summer trip to California to visit her grandma. However, when she agrees to hunt down Christopher Wilde with her sister, she accidentally falls in love with this star, later learning that he likes her back. Later, they go on an adventure through Los Angeles. Eventually, they encounter a bump in the road, but that is later resolved when he goes to her dance.
Wait, hold on, stop, what? Are you saying I'm not a real person? Because I am.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Throughout the entire movie, Chris tries to avoid the paparazzi so that he can have his relationship with
They all
Jessica.
want something from me. A performance, or an interview, or photograph.
Even your parents?
Fun fact, Christopher's parents want him to sign the movie deal.
They think it's my next big career move, so
Well, what do you think?
I think if I get the offer, I have to take it.
Chris's best friend is Stubby, and Stubby disapproves of Chris's current girlfriend named Alexis.
We rate this movie an 8 out of 10.
The guy was pretty cute, but then I don't really know what happened to him. He just downscaled.
Chris called Jess an ordinary girl, which fans her the wrong way, and they end up splitting up.
They'll ruin everything.
They don't have to. You already did.
But don't worry, they get back together later.
I rate Starstruck a 10 out of 10 stars because I thought the plot was really good, even if it was really predictable. And
The setting and the scenery and the actors were a good choice, but I feel like the plot could have been a little less predictable.
Is this a movie about the star that fell down on Earth? Is that the movie? Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it started out really high, and then it started going down, and then it fell down, and it struck somebody. I don't know. I give it a 10 fallen stars.
Wow, that movie review was so good. Starstruck is my favorite movie ever.
Well, I don't know about Starstruck, but my favorite part of the broadcast is trivia.
So now let's go to trivia with Gracie and Mackenzie.
Welcome to Trivia. Today's trivia is all about presidents.
Send Mr. Meta both of the answers in one text.
The first question is, how many presidents have there been there, including our current president? Again, how many presidents have been elected, including our current president?
If George Washington was still alive, how old would he be? Again, if George Washington was still alive, how old would he be?
Don't forget to text your answers to Mr. Meta in one text. Now back to the newsroom.
Remember, Eagles, don't forget to text Mr. Meta the answers to trivia.
I wonder what the weird holiday is for today.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think Gracie and Mackenzie know.
I don't think it's that weird. What exactly is it?
President's Day.
President's Day.
Which was yesterday. All right,
We're
so
a little
now
late.
let's go to Gracie and Mackenzie.
Today's video of the day is a holiday.
Do you know why we didn't have school yesterday?
Yeah, because we celebrated President's Day.
Well, speaking of President's Day, let's go watch a video all about it.
Roll it.
The history of President's Day goes all the way back to the late 1800s, but the debate over what the holiday actually represents is still active in 2015. It was originally established to honor America's first president, George Washington, by being set on February 22nd, his birthday. An Arkansas senator proposed the holiday, which was eventually signed into law by President Rutherford B. Hayes in 1879. Until the creation of Martin Luther King Jr. Day more than a century later, it was the only national holiday to celebrate an individual American icon. But it wasn't long before it was given another purpose, and Washington would have to share his day of honor. In 1971, Congress passed an act that shifted many federal holidays to Mondays in an effort to give employees more 3-day weekends and cut down on workplace absences. The holiday of Washington's birthday thus changed to the third Monday of February. Since it no longer fell on the president's actual day of birth, a lawmaker from Illinois successfully lobbied to have the event include President Abraham Lincoln, who was also born in February. From here on, the tradition began to take on a life of its own, as individual cities and states customized it as they saw fit. Today, at least half of the states recognize the date as President's Day, although the federal government still labels it as Washington's birthday on official calendars. The president's hometown of Alexandria, Virginia, for example, holds events throughout the entire month of February. Meanwhile, some states have added their own figures to the celebration, such as Alabama, which honors both Washington and Thomas Jefferson. Arkansas takes even more license with the date and honors a historical figure who wasn't even a president, civil rights activist Daisy Bates. But President's Day is still rooted in Washington's legacy. The Purple Heart, a decoration proposed by the general that honors troops who are wounded or killed in battle, was first awarded on his birthday. And there are still plenty of parades and historical reenactments held in his honor. Washington helped establish America's ideals of freedom and democracy, but he probably didn't predict that its citizens would take plenty of liberties with his own birthday. Kyle Warnke, One American News.
Thank you for that awesome video all about President's Day.
Now let's go find out who's celebrating their birthday today.
Celebrities with a birthday today are
Corbin Blue
from
High School Musical.
Amen, that's our favorite.
Isn't that our favorite at Eagle
It's
News?
my favorite,
High School Musical.
Students celebrating a birthday over the long weekend were
Anna Lingnaw,
Mason Shank,
Alex Tiller,
Jenna Fornecker,
Caitlin Matthews,
Akshaya
M,
Aiden Twiss,
Caroline Heiss,
Maggie Nova,
Avery Rivard,
Caroline Smith,
and Amani.
Amani, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
All right.
Now let's go check out headlines with Mackenzie and Gracie.
Headlines. And teachers, if you have any headlines you would like to add to the news, make sure you tell Mr. Mehta.
Remember, Debate Club, you have a meeting at 6 o'clock tonight.
Hey, are you doing Film Fest?
I don't know yet. Are you?
Yeah, I am. But if you didn't already turn in your commitment form, make sure you get them to Mr. Mehta today.
Today is the final day to turn in your commitment form. Now back to the newsroom.
Also, Eagles, today is the first practice for track. It's not mandatory, but if you're interested in track and you're in 7th and 8th grade, come.
And now for current events.
On President's Day, the Columbus Zoo gave free admission to everyone.
They set a new record for 64,000 people attending.
The traffic was backed up for hours on end in all directions, and the average wait to get into the zoo was an hour and a half to 2 hours. Now trivia results.
Okay, so the answers were, what is that?
45
presidents. And then George Washington would be 283 years old.
Mrs. Pulliam got first place.
And the second place is Kirsten.
Mrs. Kirsten.
Yeah, Miss Kirsten.
In third place, Mrs. Meyer.
In fourth place, Mrs. Diekman.
In fifth place, Mrs. Vogue.
Congratulations.
And we didn't have any half-point winners.
No half-point winners today.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Woo!
Yay! Sorry, long weekend blues in here, man.
Now, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am Aiden.
And I am Kate.
Here's today's pun of the day.
I'm on a seafood diet. Every time I see food, I eat it.
So funny.
That's good stuff.
Have a terrific Tuesday, Eagles.
Make it a great day.
Bye.
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 Have a great day.